No, sir. Is that right, Yin Yang? Yeah, that's right. You want to say hi to everybody? Yeah, that's good, bud. Everybody loves you, buddy. No, not yet. No, not yet. Okay. This is Bucket Ponds, and my name is Terry. I am speaking over the audio on this one for a good reason, as the purpose of this video kind of changed about halfway through. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes. But to start with, we have to do some work on the Oasis. It has gone wild, you guys. I haven't had much time to come out here and work, and our particular choice of plants is very successful. Right now, I'm cutting mostly blackjack, wooddelia, wild lettuce, and some other plants. And I'm just going to cover the perimeter of the Oasis. I'm checking on the pallet fence. I want to see how it's held up. It's been out here for a little while now. I know a lot of you were skeptical. You said it would rot, it would fall down, and I don't think so. It's fine. Eventually, it will decay and we'll have to replace some pieces, but as it is, the pallet fence is doing fine. It's doing great. So all the plants that I cut here, we will put into a compost pile behind the Oasis. Nothing is wasted. And if you're curious what the Oasis is, well, it's basically my attempt to give a little something back to the local environment by boosting the frog and insect population in my area back to what they should be, naturally. And it's working. Yes, we are helping the local frogs to rebound from human interference. Not all of my plants are native, and that's fine. I just use what I have found in the area, things that are naturalized here. And yeah, it's working really well. So another purpose of the Oasis is to both contain our plants and to act as an infinite source of plants. So I can come out here and pull any of these taro plants, any of these elephant ears. I can give one to a friend. I can start a new patch elsewhere. They're very easy to raise, very effective. And right now we are clearing the entrance of the Oasis. I have pathways out here carved, or built rather, out of packed clay to make like a road. And that's been very effective for a while now. But our taro plants in particular are just busting up through the clay. They're sending runners, whatever you call them, and they're sending special roots down to the side, which will grow another plant, and so on and so forth. And I can just cut them, but they'll just grow right back, so it's easier to dig them up and relocate them. I have a lot of fun doing this stuff, you guys, and I enjoy showing you the Oasis as it changes over the seasons. In wintertime, it looks like the apocalypse out here. Everything's gone, everything's flat. In springtime, everything bounces back. And then here, August, everything is in full growth. This is the dense point for the Oasis. And there we go. So it still looks pretty crazy, but our pathway has been carved and cleaned up. And I like this. I'm very proud of growing all of these plants out here, all these different lilies and just everything that we have, everything that we've found over the years. Our pool ponds are out here as well. And yeah, I'm very happy. Now, a lot of these plants, I don't really have to babysit them. I can pretty much just transplant them, fix them up a little spot, and they will grow and they'll take off and they'll be out there for years. So it's not so much that I am proud of my work, I'm proud of our choice of plants. So here we are, about a week later, week and a half, and a lot of the blackjack has grown back. It grows very quickly. I had planned on doing some more work out here, as I finally got a few days off from the day job. And of course, we have a hurricane, Hurricane Debbie. And this is a few hours before the hurricane really hit us. It got downgraded to a tropical storm after a while, which I am grateful. But a big storm is still a big storm, and it's nothing to play around with, you guys. I'm from Florida, born and raised. So when I start seeing, the news reports, I start seeing the wind picking up and going crazy like this, I go inside. Yeah. So I've got no footage of the actual storm hitting the area. But I'm not going to mess around out here. I'm not going to get hit by a widowmaker or a stray tree branch. We are deep in the woods. The hospital's kind of far away, so we don't want to get hurt. But here's another look on the side of the Oasis before the hurricane really hit us. And yeah, everything looks good. Very green. Yeah. A little crazy, a little chaotic. And here we are the morning after. So if you've never experienced a hurricane, when you come outside after the storm has passed, it's like a whole different world. It's like things are all torn up and the air feels different. The atmosphere just feels a little different. It's very interesting. But here we have some damage on the giant reeds. They did get knocked around a lot. They seem to be intentionally reaching out and trying to grow down like that. See a few busted ones on the taller side here. A little bit of damage on our banana plants. Nothing we can't fix though. You know, if a few leaves get beat up, that's fine. We can just cut those off. Now, I can tell you that the local frog population loved all of that rain that we got. They're still out here hunting, actively hunting, and I think that's really cool. We have several different frogs out here, different species. We have pig frogs, which look a bit like a toad, or excuse me, like an American bullfrog. And we have green tree frogs and some other species. Here's a stalk of one of the giant reed plants. I think I have the bicolor giant reed. I could be wrong, but if I had to guess, I would say that. It's a bit like bamboo, kind of, in the way that it grows. And this piece I probably cannot save, but I'll try to plant it anyway. This plant is pretty durable, pretty hardy, and a lot of times a fragment can start a whole new population. It's really cool. I wish that I could get it to grow in an aquarium. It gets about 20 feet tall, about 16 to 20 feet, and it's just really, really cool. I keep it highly contained out here in the Oasis, as it's not from our area. Uh, and there's a look at the pathway. So it's still under there. It's just buried. A lot of these plants got knocked over. A lot of things got pushed down, broken and bent. And some of our canna lilies, along with all the blackjack and Wadelia that's been going crazy out here. So I think I might have to invest in a weed eater. Yeah, I think that's going to be for the best, you guys. I've been trying to do all this by hand, and I've been doing okay, but at this point, I'm running out of time, and it's also very hot, and I'm tired. You know, I'm sore and tired a lot of the time. So I think a weed eater will help us out, save the day here. And here's another look at that side. After the storm, you can see that nothing really changed. Any taro plants, any elephant ears that got knocked down, it's a very simple fix for them. Just go through, clear cut, you know, cut all the stalks down, all the leaves, they will regrow right away. I did plan on installing our pond liner today. Yeah, I took some time off for work specifically to do this and to get this area under control. And the excavation is completely underwater. Yeah. So that is that, you know, the big pit pond that I've been digging. You guys have seen it quite a bit. A lot of large frogs out here, big frogs jumping in the water. They'll be breeding out here as this water will sit for a week or two, you know, depending on the rain. The pit won't hold water indefinitely, but it will fill up with rainwater and hold it for a while. So, yeah, yeah, I'll have to wait to install our pool liner. I could pump all this water out of here, but that's such a pain in the neck out here. So we're going to check on the pool ponds now. This is pool pond number 3, and it is kind of behind the Oasis a little bit. And as you can see, we have a ton of damage. Lots of taro plants knocked down. Yeah, completely collapsed all the taro plants here. This one does not have much shelter from the rain and the wind, so it kind of makes sense. But good news, our water lettuce is beautiful. It's thriving. And that's the very same water lettuce that we captured a few years ago. I'm very excited to see it. Our fish are in there as well, doing just fine. I added some giant elephant ears near pool pond number 2, kind of like on the perimeter, exactly for this reason, to act as a shade and as a buffer against some wind. Looks like it worked. And as we approach pool pond 2, we'll take a minute to look at our outdoor aquarium that we don't talk about, and our bucket ponds. Yeah. So my name is BucketPonds. I still run some bucket ponds. And as you can tell, they are wildly successful. Beautiful water lettuce growing in here. And that's really cool. You know, come to think of it, we almost lost our water lettuce a while back. I think that'll be our thumbnail right here. But yeah, we were down to one last water lettuce plant, and we've resurrected it. We've regrown it, spread it around. And that's one of the best things about the plant hobby, is when you can bring something back from the brink. You can see it flourish again. Like, that's a good feeling. That makes you very proud. So, pool pond number two has a similar situation here. Lots of collapsed plants. A lot of blackjack fell into the pond, and it won't hurt our fish or anything. They'll be fine. Here's a lot of pepper leaf. This is our pepper leaf, a gift from a family friend. It comes back after winter every year, and it seems ultimately unaffected by the storm. To remember that. I look forward to planting a ton more pepper leaf in the future, and I've actually given away a few cuttings to some locals around here. Over here near the pit pond excavation, we have a very special plant that I haven't shown you on the channel just yet. This was a wedding gift from my mother-in-law, and it is a swamp magnolia. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. It's one of our first trees. I'm not really a tree guy, so I'm learning, but it should love this environment. It's been growing out here for about 2 months now, and yeah, it's sucking up all this water. It loves bogs, and swamps, and things, so it's perfect for us. I'll cover that in a future video. I'm just waiting for it to grow. I got to clean up the area. Over here on pool pond number one, which is currently inaccessible. All of the taro got knocked down. Elephant ears everywhere. Blackjack everywhere. And yeah. So I'm going to have to do a lot of work out here, you guys. I still have some recovery to do from the storm. And then I think I will go ahead, dig up a weed eater, and come out here and just kind of buzz through it. Again, all of these elephant ears, all these taro plants, you can just cut them down. They'll grow right back. They will not care. As long as they have water, decent soil, and enough like a root structure left, they will just respawn instantly. And there's Yin Yang. He likes the pallet fence, though, again, it's overgrown. So, guys, yeah, I wanted to show you that the Oasis has gone wild. It's crazy out here. It needs to be tamed. And I'm kind of breaking my own rules. I'm going to start using some mechanical assistance to get things right. If you see an elephant ear fall into the pool ponds, do not worry. Yes, they are toxic to us. We cannot eat them. But I've seen our bladder snails happily munching on elephant ears. So I don't know if they can use that silicate crystal stuff. I have no idea. It is made of calcium. Maybe they can make use of it. The old trash can pond there is doing great. And our rangery did a pretty good job of sheltering the area. I love it. So ultimately, I'm not too worried about it. We got minimal damage out here. And, much respect for you first responders, you guys getting the lights back on, paramedics, ambulance drivers and things like that, firefighters, really everybody who helps to rebound society from these big storms. I grew up in Florida, so we had a hurricane like all the time. And a lot of you guys, you might not live in an area that gets storms like that. But let me just remind you, please do not go outside during the hurricane. Don't go play around. If you're in the eye, don't go out there and look around. Just stay put, hunker down, stay safe. So I hope that you liked the video. Not my best work, not my most informative or helpful video, but you did get to see the Oasis both before and after a hurricane, which is interesting, if nothing else. My next video will be building this beautiful 5-gallon guppy nursery. I'm sure you'll love that one, so I'll have that up in a few days. Big thank you to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members especially. You guys are great. I have been very much behind on comments and whatnot. Please forgive me. A lot of stuff in the works here. But you guys have a great day. I'll see you again soon. And a new video on the way.